everyone. So today I want to talk to you about best tips for going on holiday and what to remember mindset wise, and to make sure that you're keeping working towards your goals whilst enjoying life. Now this is one of the best skills that you can learn. Moderation is hard to learn, sacrifice is easy, it's easy to do. And that's why a lot of these yo-yo dieters will cut out all the chocolate, cut out all the alcohol rather than learn how to moderate. So remember, it is a skill, just like training is, and you're going for reps and getting your PBs and getting results. It's an ongoing process. You will fail. It gives you an opportunity to think, why did that happen? Why did I fail? What could I do differently next time? And then when the opportunity presents itself, you're able to try something different. So if you are able to live your life and get results and lose fat at the same time, you will have the best life. You only get one life. It's well worth investing in this time to learn this important skill. If you're able to manage the events such as holidays, weddings, poker nights, etc., whatever you do more regularly, or even a few times a year, and to keep on track, that's how you're going to get results that you've never had before and keep them. So here are a few tips to keep on track whilst on holiday or at an event. First of all, if it's not a puck yes or fuck yes, then don't do it. So if you've been looking for a pizza for a few hours thinking, I'm really fancying a pizza tonight, what's wrong with shit in here? So if it's not a fuck yes, don't do it. So don't indulge in everything that you fancy doing. You sometimes need to parent yourself. So if you've had a dessert, don't go and have another one. Or if you've had lunch and then the snacks presented, don't go and have that as well as if you've just ate in the last 20 minutes, you know. It's very easy to get into these bad habits as well, so make sure you're checking in with yourself. Did I need to do that? No, probably not. Why did I do that? Or everyone else was. What could I do in future? Okay, I could maybe skip breakfast and have lunch and then a snack, that kind of thing. And make sure you're eating, when you do have these indulgences, make sure you're eating slow as well and enjoying it and being present in the moment. And remember as well, it takes 20 to 30 minutes for satiety hormones, leptin, to reach the brain. For eating slow and taking your time, stopping for water or a glass of wine as you're eating, those feelings of fullness will reach the brain. Another great tip would be to go the 2 out of 4 method, where if you're going out for a meal and you're on holiday, just pick either a starter and a main, or starter and a main, or a dessert and a starter, or a glass of wine and the main. Don't have everything. Again, it's about parenting yourself. You can't have everything. Achieve the results that you want. Make sure you're not snacking. Especially if you're like having wine, you're just going to forget what calories are going in. It's very hard to track if you're snacking. It's hard to track anyway if you're away on holiday. Always overestimate your calories. Especially breads and pastas and things like that. There's a lot of oils and butter added to these things, especially in restaurants. So if you wanted to choose smarter choices as well, go for tomato based sauces instead of cream based. Go for gin and diet tonic, which is about 80 calories instead of a cider or wine at 400 calories, depending on how big your wine glass is. So smart swaps like that. I'm not talking about all of it, because we're not all or nothing, but maybe first few days or half of it. It's important as well not to say no to yourself, because as soon as you say no, reverse psychology kicks in and you want it more than anything. So delaying gratification, because your results are delayed gratification. The best things come through hard work and delayed gratification. For example, watering in a garden, watering seeds. You don't get any gratification for 2 weeks until things start to sprout. You don't see any results or anything. You just keep trusting the process, and then eventually things start to germinate and grow. Similar way, as we are all flowers, trusting the process, being patient and just sticking with it and knowing that this works, which is managing calories, quality of food, fibre is king, protein is king because it acts as fibre. Fibre makes our food real, protects the liver from fatty liver disease and all your other organs, which has been shown to cause metabolic syndrome. Using cruise weeks, so whenever I know I'm away from home or going to be out of my routine, because we love routine, we can get into great routine with food, exercise, know what we're doing daily, because you want to take the bitch out of the brain away and just want to know what you're doing day in and day out. So when I'm unable to stick to a routine, using cruise weeks can take the pressure off. So setting manageable targets, realistic targets when you're away. So if you know your parents don't like walking, maybe get up earlier with your partner and go for a walk in the morning, maybe chat about the previous night, chat about your plans for the day, like be present in the moment with each other, connect. Me and my partner do walks in the morning and we just love it. It's such a good way to just, especially if you've got kids, to just take yourself away from busy life. Even if you're going on your own as well, it's a bit of you time. You can be able to mull over things that you haven't had a chance to think about. Using cruise weeks is a really great way of getting out of the perfection mindset, knowing that you can't be perfect, you don't need to be perfect. Bodybuilders aren't perfect and they don't need to be perfect, even when they're cutting phase, unless you're Arnold Schwarzenegger, I'm sure he would have been. But knowing that you don't need to be perfect and practicing not being perfect and saying, okay, I can't get my steps in for fat loss, so why don't I get a wee session in and work for building the toning or the strength, doing a bit of stretch work. You know, especially if you did a lot of walking the previous day, do something that's in line with your goals. Say, I can't do any training today, don't have time for a walk, I'm just going to walk to the shop, or I'm just going to concentrate on getting high protein and stick to 3 meals a day. Just do something, and all these little mindset shifts, these little mindset changes, eventually all add up, they compound over time, and your results are an average of what you do over a long period of time. So remember that. So it might not seem a lot, but over time it is, because it leads to another small change. Another one is, if you're out whilst you're on holiday, don't finish portion sizes. Our portion sizes are huge, and they're all the same as well. Like a big man would eat, like have the same portion if ordered on a menu than a petite woman. And if you're from the age where you were told to finish whatever's on the plate, you're going to want to eat that until the point of, some people, to the point of extreme fullness and food coma. So get used to leaving something on your plate, especially when you're out. Eat your protein, and then carb wise, I just eat until fullness. Lastly, one of the best things to do as well, long term, whilst working with me, is when you do have bad weeks, look at your bad weeks intently and look at making them not so bad. So if you're somebody who overeats or stress eats, how can you, which I used to do in my early 20s, every time I was stressed, I would, or even just for shits and giggles, I'd buy a massive birthday cake and I'd just eat it all for my dinner. Obviously, manage your environment, make sure that it's not easy to overindulge. You've got to go to the shop to get more, or to buy the thing that you've not got in the house. Create friction between the habit. And yeah, if you can so if you have, right at the start of a fitness journey, usually what you see is people going AWOL, or they'll stop tracking because they can't be perfect. That's like the novice mindset of getting into all of this. It's like the rite of passage, if you will. Once you realise, okay, I'm not tracking, but I'm going to keep, because I just need a break maybe, which is fine. Go high protein instead and get your steps in, and you'll soon start to feel better. Or just get a session, don't do any of that, just get a session in. And usually, more than not, like 9 times out of 10, action creates motivation and changes your mindset over time. Anyway, I hope this helped. A few tips for you from me and Demetria. Bye.